Greetings everyone, and welcome to my coin collection. Last year, at Christmas time, I recorded a video looking at a set of coins released by the Bailiwick of Guernsey to celebrate pantomimes. This year's Christmas coins are once again a set of 50p released by the Bailiwick of Guernsey in 2020 to celebrate Christmas carols. The Bailiwick of Guernsey is what is known as a crown dependency, one of 3 island territories. The other 2 are the Bailiwick of Jersey and the Isle of Man, off the coast of Great Britain that are self-governing possessions of the British Crown. They are not part of the United Kingdom or British Overseas Territories, yet the Bailiwick of Guernsey is part of the Commonwealth, although not as a member in its own right. However, it is a member of the Commonwealth Games Federation and sends competitors to the Commonwealth Games. There are a number of islands which make up the dependency, but the main ones are Guernsey, Alderney, Herm and Sark. Because the Bailiwick of Guernsey is closer to France than England geographically, they used to predominantly use French currency. The French livre was legal tender until 1834, then French francs were used until after World War I. Guernsey has been in currency union with the United Kingdom since 1921, and the Guernsey pound is not a separate currency, but a local issue of banknotes and coins denominated in pounds sterling. That is why these coins are the same size and shapes as British 50p and feature the Ian Rank Broadley portrait of the Queen on the obverse. As you can see, there are 5 coins in the set, each one featuring a different traditional Christmas carol. Away in a Manger, a very popular carol in the English-speaking world, is highlighted on the first coin. For a long time it was claimed to have been written by German religious reformer Martin Luther, and was even called Luther's Cradle Hymn. However, no text in Luther's known writings corresponds to the carol, and no German text for the carol has been found from earlier than 1934, many years after the first English publication. Instead, it seems to be an American creation, with the melody originally composed in 1837 by Jonathan E. Spillman, and later adapted by James Ramsey Murray in 1887, and in 1895 by William J. Kirkpatrick. The coin shows a small hut with 2 people and a baby inside, a cow and some camels looking on, and a large star overhead amidst the name of the carol. The second coin commemorates Hark the Herald Angels Sing, an English Christmas carol that came from the Methodist tradition based on the biblical passage Luke 2:14. The original words were written by Charles Wesley, who is credited with 6,500 hymns, and included in his older brother John Wesley's 1739 collection Hymns and Sacred Poems. Although the words have only been slightly altered over time, the music is significantly different from the original. In order to commemorate Johann Gutenberg's invention of movable type printing, Felix Mendelssohn composed a cantata called Vaterland in deinen Gauen. Music from this cantata was adapted by English musician William H. Cummings to fit the lyrics. The coin features an angel blowing a trumpet with the words around it. It is the text to this carol that forms the background text on the packaging. The third coin celebrates O Little Town of Bethlehem, another carol that originated in the United States. The text was written by an Episcopal priest, Phillips Brooks, who made a visit to Bethlehem, then part of the Ottoman Empire, in 1865. 3 years later, he wrote the poem for his church in Philadelphia, and his organist, Louis Redner, added the music, known as St. Louis. While this is the version most commonly used in the United States, British versions tend to use a tune called Forest Green, which was adapted by composer Ralph Vaughan Williams from an English folk ballad called The Ploughboy's Dream, which he had collected from Henry Garman of Forest Green, Surrey in 1903. This coin features the words in the sky above palm trees and some Arabic-inspired buildings to represent Bethlehem. We Three Kings is the carol represented on coin number 4 in this set. Both the words and music were written by another Episcopal priest from Pennsylvania, John Henry Hopkins Jr., the rector of the church in Williamsport in 1857. It is based on the biblical passage Matthew 2:1 and was originally composed for a Christmas pageant in New York City, where he also worked as the music teacher at the General Theological Seminary. He published the carol in his book Carols, Hymns and Songs from 1863. It then featured in the third series of Bramley and Stainer's Christmas carols Old and New, published in the United Kingdom in 1879, which saw it become popular there. The coin features the three kings of the song carrying gifts above the title. The final coin features the carol While Shepherds Watch Their Flocks, the oldest of the carols in this set, with words attributed to Nahum Tate, an Irish lyricist and England's poet laureate from 1692 until 1715. The words appeared in Tate and Nicholas Brady's 1700 supplement to their new version of the Psalms of David from 1696. It was the only Christmas hymn authorised at the time to be sung by the Anglican Church. Before 1700, only the Psalms of David were permitted to be sung. It is based on the biblical passage Luke 2:8-14. The original title was Song of the Angels at the Nativity of Our Blessed Saviour, but it has become more commonly known by the opening line. Because of its age, this carol has been sung to a wide variety of tunes. However, the two most common ones are a tune known as Winchester Old in the United Kingdom, and a variation taken from an aria in the 1728 opera Cyrano by George Frederick Handel, and arranged by Lowell Mason in the United States. The coin features the title, surrounded by stars in the night sky, with 2 shepherds and 4 sheep looking at them. This is another fun set of Christmas coins. It's a nice tradition to release currency each year related to the season. I hope you've enjoyed looking at them with me. If you have, please like the video and leave a comment down below. Perhaps you might also subscribe to my channel to ensure that you do not miss any of the upcoming coins in my collection. Wherever you are, I hope you have a very happy Christmas.